On the news this morning, Governor Soludo's vision on improved health care in the state commended. Market leaders tasked to support state government to ensure sustainable development. NLC gives federal government ultimatum to meet lecturers' demand ahead nationwide protests. And Ghana confirms first case of deadly Marburg virus. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support ahead. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and welcome to the news. Now, the chairman of the Anambra State House of Assembly Committee on Health, Dr. Kata Ume Oduago, has said that the 2022 revised budget of Anambra State will meet the health needs of the people. Dr. Ume Oduago, who gave the assurance while speaking to journalists after the passage of the budget by the House of Assembly correspondent, Chukwemeka Modelem, has details.
The lawmaker emphasized that the budgetary allocation to health should provide all the necessary facilities required in general hospitals and primary health centers for optimal performance. He assured that his committee will partner the Ministry of Health for the realization of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's vision in health sector, such as making drugs readily available at hospitals and at cheaper rates to arrest the issue of drugs being out of stock, as well as prevent maternal and infant mortality, among others. Dr. Umodago, who noted that Governor Soludo will now hit the ground running by executing his projects for Anambra State, appreciated his colleagues in the Anambra State House of Assembly for giving the revised budget expeditious passage. From the State House of Assembly, Chukwemeka Modelem, ABS News.
Plans on for the first ever health summit coming up soon in Anambra State. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, announced this when he received executive members of Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, who called on him in his office at the Jerome Udoji State Secretariat, Oka. Our correspondent, Ngozi Obileri, covered the visit in our reports.
Dr. Obidike explained that Anambra State wants to achieve a state that will be livable for all, which he said cannot work in a society with unhealthy individuals, hence the need for the summit, which he announced will happen in September. He expressed happiness that the 2 monkeypox patients recorded in the state recently have been discharged successfully, calling on anyone having symptoms of the disease to rush to the nearest hospital, as the state has all it takes to contain the disease and its spread. According to him, Governor Soludo wants all the over 300 health centers in the state to be up and running, even as he said they are using technology to improve the health sector. He explained that journalists have a critical role to play in promoting healthy Anambra State, as he said that it is through the media that the people will be kept abreast with government policies in health sector.
There is no health personnel that will not want to work with journalists. Living is not possible. For you to sensitize people, it's information, it's journalists. For you to do it, is this, there's no problem. We're going to work, and also want to ask people to continue to support the administration of Post-Johnson, despite one of the 2 challenges we met on ground.
Speaking earlier, the chairman of NUJ in Anambra State, Dr. Odogu, who said they came to familiarize with him and extend hands of fellowship to his administration in a quest to build a better Anambra State through positive reportage of government activities, programs and policies, commended state government for establishing endoscope machine in Onitsha, which is the first of its kind, enumerating its benefits. Dr. Odogu said they also came to intimate him about NUJ Health Summit coming up soon and to seek his support and presence at the event as part of Governor Soludo's plans of having a healthy Anambra State, adding that journalists need to stay healthy to be able to inform the public.
Before now, it's not rampant like that. I think we are introducing that. Most times, anything about dental goes to private hospitals. But with that now, maybe in the 3 centennial zones, there will be a relief in that area. We are urging you to continue in that direction.
The NUJ 2022 Health Week Committee Chairman, Comrade Chinyere Fesi Okoye, explained preparations of the Council towards the Health Week and what will be achieved at the end of the day, and appealed to the Commissioner to provide for the Council necessary personnel and equipment for the success of the event.
Health, they say, is wealth and is everything. We journalists, we work around the clock, 247, to ensure that we get people informed. We gather information, we disseminate. And in a bid to do that, sometimes we lose sight of some basic needs of life, including our health.
Other members of the ESCO and members of the Health Week Committee, as well as reporters from various electronic and print media, were part of the visit. From the Jerome Udoji Secretariat in Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Market leaders have been charged to give the needed support to Anambra State government in its current drive to ensure sustainable development. The Commissioner for Trade and Commerce, Dr. Obinna Ngonadi, gave the charge when he paid a courtesy visit to the President General, Building Materials International Market, Ogede Chief Jude Nwankwo, in his office. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Ngonade, who described the markets as the most peaceful and organized markets in the state, commended the executive and stakeholders of the market for their good jobs towards the development of the market. He urged other market leaders to replicate the example of Building Materials International Market, Ogidi, as it falls within the vision of the Soludo's administration for markets in the state. Commissioner Ngonade, however, assured government's determination to formulate favorable policies that will improve the state economy and make Anambra markets the first destination choice for both local and international investors.
I'm quite impressed with the turnout and the news I heard about this market, especially the way this market is organized and the neatness of the market. This is very, very important. I mean, it's one of the markets I would like to visit compared to the market we visited before. Very, very neat, and we are quite impressed.
Welcoming the commissioner, Chief Nwankwo commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for the initiatives already put in place to better the lots of traders across the state and assured of the unalloyed support of Building Materials International Markets traders to the governor in his vision of making the state a prosperous and livable homeland.
The market is united. There's peace, absolute peace in the market. That's why everybody is cooperating. Our market is God's own market. It's a civilized market. We are partnering with government and supporting the government. So the government of the day is our own. We elected him, and what he's doing is very good to us.
From Building Materials International Market, Ogidi, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
On the national scene, Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has tasked the federal government to immediately conclude ongoing negotiations with trade unions in public universities, including the Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASU), and be prepared to commence implementation of whatever collective bargaining agreements arising from its negotiations. This is as the union disclosed plans to embark on a nationwide protest on July 26 and 27 in solidarity with the striking lecturers. NLC, in a letter co-signed by its national president Ayuba Waba and General Secretary Emmanuel Ubaja, said the protest was targeted at getting Nigerian children in public universities back to school and supporting ASU in its fight for quality education, improved infrastructure and remunerations for workers. The letter, dated July 15, was addressed to chairpersons of the NLC in the states, with the NLC Secretariat in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, designated as takeoff points for the protests. NLC, in a separate statement, also faulted the federal government's purported rejection of the NIMI Breaks Committee report of the university-based unions negotiations. According to NLC, the alleged action is inconsistent with the fundamental principles of the ILO Convention number 98, ratified by Nigeria, and which core principle is negotiation in good faith. And the federal government has disbursed the sum of 351.6 billion naira to state government under the State Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability SFTAS. The SFTAS, a program of the World Bank, was initiated in 2018 in order to encourage state government to adopt fiscal measures that conform with openness and accountability in public finance administration. The National Program Coordinator, Mr. Stephen Okon, disclosed this while briefing civil society organizations, CSOs, on SFTA's program Sustainability in Abuja. Fielding questions from journalists, Okon said SFTAS had started disbursing the second tranche of the $750 million long ago, and in fact it might interest you to note that up till now about 262 billion naira have been disbursed to states as grants for achievements made in respect of what we call the disbursement-linked indicators, DLIs. The World Bank had made $1.5 billion available to the federal government with which to encourage state governments to be more accountable. Ghana has confirmed its first 2 cases of deadly Marburg virus, a highly infectious disease in the same family as the virus that causes Ebola. It says both patients died recently in hospital in the southern Ashanti region. Their samples came back positive earlier this month and have now been verified by a laboratory in Senegal. Health officials in the West African nation say 98 people are now under quarantine as suspected contact cases. The World Health Organization, WHO, which is supporting the country's health authorities, has praised Ghana's swift response. No treatment yet exists for Marburg, but doctors say drinking plenty of water and treating specific symptoms improves a patient's chances of survival. The virus is transmitted to people from fruit bats and spreads between humans through the transmission of bodily fluids. It is a severe, often fatal illness with symptoms including headache, fever, muscle pains, vomiting blood, and bleeding. Officials are warning people to keep away from caves and to thoroughly cook all meat products before consuming them. On Sport News, determined to achieve a sub 2 hours, 10 minutes in the inaugural edition of the Abuja International Marathon AIM slated for December 17, 2022, Unicentral Resources Generation Limited, the FCTA-approved organizer of the race, is at an advanced discussion with 11 male gold-labeled runners, 9 gold-labeled female runners, and 3 pacers to make the objective a reality. This was contained in a statement signed by Olukayode Thomas, the race director who also coordinates media and publicity. Susanna Ogunmilayo, the managing director of Abuja International Marathon, said the Abuja International Marathon started with a tradition of setting the pace, and it would love to continue that tradition by becoming the first race in Nigeria to achieve sub 2 hours, 10 minutes in the first edition. Said Ogunmilayo, Abuja International Marathon is the first international full marathon to have its route measured and calibrated by a certified World Athletics and AIMS Grade A measurer before its first edition, a first in Nigeria. And that's just about it. But remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Governor Soludo's vision to improved health care in the state has been commended. Market leaders have been tasked to support state governments to ensure sustainable development. NLC has given federal government ultimatum to meet lecturers' demand ahead nationwide protest. And from Ghana, it has been confirmed the first case of deadly Marburg virus. Now is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Mokoye. Good morning and have a great day.